simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. Ooh, I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. Oh, tears me apart. No, no, no. Baby, I would rather be dead. Each time you leave me, I start losing control.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me all right? Great. Okay. Hi, Tina. Nice to see you today. And I know Danielle's changing a nappy, so we'll be here soon. And of course, welcome to all the people who will be listening to this on replay. And I want to congratulate those of you who have got on here today live to listen to our great new announcements and the wonderful things that Herbalife's moving into with Herbalife 2.0. This month will all be launched, lots and lots of surprises and lots of good news. So those of you who are running your business and those of you who are wanting to jump on this wave and take advantage of all the things that are going to be happening, well, I would just advise you that the sooner you start recruiting people into your team, getting new customers onto the products, then you can take advantage of all the stuff that Herbalife's got in line for us starting about the middle of March when the honors take place in LA. So first of all, I want to say two quick things. One is that by coming on this call, of course, you're getting charged up and learning about your business. And that's really, really important when you're a Herbalife member. However, I do also want to say that this is not how you do your business. Coming on a call is not sufficient. You need to come on a call to recharge, just like when you recharge your phone every night before you go to bed. You might have a to-do list and you might start to think, oh, these are all the things that I need to do. But if you don't do something after you've had this call, just as if you don't use your phone after you've charged it, there's no point. So don't come here to get recharged if you're not going to do anything with it later on. So that's my first sort of like telling off. But I'm going to stop there because, you know, in Herbalife, we like to congratulate people for everything that they've done. And the first thing I want to do is congratulate Lucy for putting together all these slides for us here tonight. Because without her, I could not have done that. I know I should be able to learn how to do it, but you do it so well, Lucy. So I thank you. So the first slide we're going to go to is to recognize some of the people who have already been working and keeping their momentum going in the month of January and February. Michael O. Johnson, who's come back to Herbalife as our most amazing CEO, who just loves the company, and he's been away for a couple of years. He's been able to take a look at what's been happening around the planet, being outside of Herbalife. And that's really good because sometimes when you're inside Herbalife, you don't see all the rest that's going on. And he thought about so many things that he could do to improve Herbalife. And that's what's going to happen in March in the honors. He's going to be announcing all of the things that not only has he thought of, but they are putting into action from the middle of March. So watch this space. Now, as a little promotion, he wanted to make sure that he could, back one slide, please. Thank you. He wanted to make sure that he wanted to recognize the people who were picking up their business in the months of January and February. So we've set this promotion up, and the people who qualified on our team, I want to recognize them. Next slide, please. And they are, we have our wonderful Lizzie, mom of two, busy teacher who's doing lots of stuff, but she managed to increase her volume in the last 2 months by an extra 1,000 volume points over the months of November and December. And the same for Celine, who's a single mom of 4, who's also in the middle of moving home right now. And she's also completed this recognition. And so I'm really, really proud of her as well. And our good old friend Graham, I say good old friend because he's been with me right from the start. But the thing about Graham is that, you know, sometimes he's had his challenges, sometimes life happens, but when he's back in there, he's all in. And that's what this is all about, being all in. So I hope the people who are listening in on this call are going to be all in, because we've got some really, really exciting things so that you can see what these three people have so far qualified for. They're going to have recognition by MOJ himself. He's going to be sending them personalized messages. Their name is going to go on a like a notice board, a virtual notice board. He's going to be on Instagram with them. I don't actually know, but it's all kind of going to be very exciting. I'll be interested to see what the things are that they're going to get. And Celine, you're on the call, so congratulations, well done. I'm so proud of you. So next slide, please. Right, so this is what I wanted to talk to you about, and it follows on from what I've just said. The fact is that everything in Herbalife is a promotion. Everything in Herbalife is about giving you something to qualify for, giving you something to get your team to qualify for, giving you an incentive and a motivation to do Herbalife as opposed to not do Herbalife. Like I said about charging your phone up, you've got to use it. So this is for you to charge your mind up to think, what can I do tomorrow, today, tonight? In fact, if I were you tonight, I would order some products because product prices go up tomorrow morning. So you're going to need some products this month anyway for yourself. Order your products tonight and you'll get them before the price rise tomorrow. So that's one thing that you could do tonight. Another thing is that you could focus on what the promotions are that Herbalife have in store for us. So just as we saw those three people just now who qualified for things, they've started their momentum. And with that momentum, Herbalife continues to give us things. And it doesn't have to be just those three people who qualified. It can be you too. Don't just think, oh, right, it's okay for them. They've already got started. No, it's never too late to get started on this. Congratulations, Lizzie. I see you're on the call too. I don't know if you were here when we were wishing you congratulations at the beginning, but you'll just have to listen to it on the replay. Anyway, good to see you on the call. So fast track. Thank you. Lucy's moving me on really well so that I can be fast tracking here. Herbalife gives us these things to go for. So you need to focus every day on what is it that I'm going to go for? Now, here we are. If you are a member or a supervisor and you do 1,000 volume points in 1 month, Herbalife will give you a special branded tablet box that is unrepeatable. You can't buy it anywhere. It's going to be specially created for the qualifiers so that when you take it on vacation with you, when you take it to the meetings with you, people will know that you have qualified for this special tablet box. So it's really, really simple and easy. Set your target on 1,000 volume points if you're a member or a supervisor. If you're on the world team, however, you got to push yourself a little bit harder and do 1,500 in a month, and you too can get this tablet box. Easy. Just get yourself 5 more customers, and that will be your tablet box done. Next slide, please. Right, now a lot of people are very, very jealous about not being able to have a NutriBullet, and Herbalife have made it easier again for everybody to get their NutriBullet. So for members and supervisors who've got their tablet box, they've done 1,000 volume points in 1 month. Now, if they do that in 3 consecutive months, in other words, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 in 3 consecutive months, they will get a NutriBullet. Yay! And for World Team, 1,500 in 3 consecutive months. Again, NutriBullet. And if you've already got a NutriBullet, maybe like mine, it's a little bit worn out and you'd quite like to have a new one. Now's the time that you can do that. Right, they don't do it for Tab Team, unfortunately. So start qualifying now. Can we move on to the next slide, please? Thank you. Now, I couldn't find the flyer that said 500 Club, but I could find this one. And that is something that's happening on this coming Wednesday. Now, this happens every month. We get a different amazing speaker. This month, we've got Super Mario that you might have seen on Instagram. He's part of Garen Jones's team. And he's amazing. He's got the most incredible story. And he's going to be sharing his story with people who did 500 volume PPV, personal volume points, and that is your own volume and the volume that you order for your customers and your preferred members. So anyone who does 500 volume points PPV qualifies for a 500 club call. Now, if you didn't qualify for it in March, no problem. If you did, in February for March, no problem. But congratulations if you did. I certainly did. I qualify for all of these. But your focus now should be qualifying during the month of March with 500 volume points to get on the call in April. Now, we've just talked about getting 1,000 volume points for the tablet box. So guess what? If you're a distributor, a member who's not a supervisor yet, you can get 500 points by getting your own products and maybe 3 or 4 customers. That will qualify you for that. But also, if you are a supervisor and you've got 1 or 2 members who are doing a similar sort of thing, they're going to be increasing their volume because they're going to want to use this to help them to get that 1,000 points too. But their volume doing 500 will get you your 1,000 points if you're a supervisor. Don't worry about the actual bits and pieces if you're finding some of the numbers difficult. But what I'm actually saying is that everything that Herbalife puts out for you in terms of qualifications is there to help you to build your business. So think, when I go through all of these different qualifications, what can I qualify for and what can I help my team to qualify for? And in this case, thank you. And in this case, if you have a new member, and we're just going to be talking about that in a second, that's what the next slide is about. The new members thinking, what can I do? What can I do? You say to them, well, there's this amazing 500 club call that I've just been on the 8th of March, and you want to be qualified for the next one. So let's talk to everyone we can so that we can get you 4 or 5 new customers, get yourself on the product so that you're feeling great and you want to share your results with other people. And let's get a whole group of people together so that you've got your customer base. And if you encourage people who are members to get their customer base going, that's the start of their business. And it's also the start of them qualifying for these 500 calls. And if you get 2 people who do that and you're a supervisor, you will have your 1,000 points to get your tablet box, or you will have your 1,500 if you get 3 people like this to get your NutriBullet. Okay, so that's how this thing works. It's always helping people in little stepping stones. And then if you help people to get what they want, you will start to get what you want. Next slide, please. Thank you. And with that in mind, look at this. There's more and more and more of these open meetings going on throughout the UK. Have a look at these and don't just think, oh, I live in Dartford, and so I'm going to go to that one, or I'm going to the Wembley one, or whatever. Start putting your thinking cap on and talk to everybody that you know and ask them random questions like, who do you know in Edinburgh? And they might say, oh, I don't know anybody in Edinburgh, but what's it about? That's a conversation starter. But if they do know someone in Edinburgh, equally you can talk to them and send them along to the meeting in Edinburgh, and they can be opened to the Herbalife experience. So let Herbalife do the work for you. These are meetings that they are free to you. £5, I think, to enter. Actually, when I say free, it's like virtually free. It's not exactly hiring a hotel room and setting up the meeting. I think you buy a £5 ticket or a £10 ticket if it's not an early bird one, and you can get in there and get your guests in. Guests can go for free, I believe. Is that right, Lucy? Do guests go free? Yes, they do. So just milk it. Use these events to help your business to grow. Next slide, please. I've got a lot to get through, so we're going to have to go quickly. Also, the next event for you to focus on for yourself and for your new team members, everyone can go to this, is the Spring Spectacular in Birmingham. If you're all in, you should have booked your ticket by now. Put a 1 in the chat if you have already booked your ticket. Have we got anyone there? Oh, 1, yes. Anyone else? Yes, all right. Well done, Lizzie. All right. I think Celine's probably booked as well. Yes, and I I think Graham's booked, but he's not on this call. Awesome. That's really, really great. Proud of you girls. So you're all in. And Graham likes to be called a girl anyway. he's all in on that one. So you can start posting this on your social media. You can start getting people asking you, what are you all in about? What's it all, what is it all about? And everything is a talking point. Whether they can come or not is actually irrelevant. If they can come, it's a bonus because it's going to be wonderful. But start with the point of view of talking to people about qualify for the 500 Club, qualify for Spring Spectacular, or come buy your ticket for Spring Spectacular, rather. You don't even have to qualify. You'd have to be a member. And I believe Graham is actually bringing some of his preferred customers, because preferred customers also have an ID number. So they've been able to come. And if you're a first-time person to the event, you pay half price. It's only £32.50 for a ticket. So it's all in. Let's all go with that one. I'm excited for that one. Next slide, please. And it says here, why should you attend? Well, here we are. Herbalife 2.0 will be in the UK by then, and we'll be announcing all the new things. There'll be a brand new product line, which I'll talk about in a minute. Product line, not just product. You'll be able to elevate your business to whatever level you feel that you can achieve, and you will be inspired at the end of this event. I can tell you, everyone who's been to this event has been so inspired. And then we'll be obviously celebrating all the amazing achievements that Herbalife has done, and all, who knows, some of you might be getting your new pin when you get up there by May. If you set your targets and you do your work, you could be there too. So next slide, please. Right, so that was in May. Now we're looking a little bit further ahead at Extravaganza in September. Now, what you do need to know for Extravaganza are a couple of things, and that's why, again, I'm talking about this in terms of your focus of your volume. This is open to fully qualified supervisors who have, well, they say earn here, who have achieved 5,000 total volume points from January to August. So whatever volume you've done so far already, this all counts towards your 5,000, whether it's customers or distributors or preferred customers, whatever volume that is not supervisor volume in your team, that counts as your volume if you're a supervisor already. And we're all going to Krakow in Poland. I've never been to Poland. I'm very, very excited about that. It's the first for me. I've been to about 50 other locations in the world with Herbalife, but never Poland. So that should be great fun. And I think we'll have a whole team of a whole band of us all doing all kinds of exciting things together. We'll be able to go out for the evening and take photographs and have all your content made for everyone to see. It's going to be great fun. So who's up for, all right, who's up for a vacation? Thank you. Let's roll the VT, as they say, shall we? Have we got that? Can you do that, Lucy? Yep. There we go.
It feels good, man. It feels good, right? Right. Yo, I just do see you later. No goodbye. New flow, new highs through the dark clouds. See the blue skies. It will be I just you wait. It's a new day. Ride in the storm like a new wave. Shake, shake, shake. Move it to the beat now. Got the heat now. Deep down, we know. Dive right in. Let's go. Move forward and dip in your toe. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah. Dive right in. Let's go. Move forward and dip in your toe. Let the rhythm take control. It's going down tonight, yeah.
let's go. So those are the qualifications there in front of you. I won't go into great detail right now. What I'm going to do is these are going to be posted in the team group. And I suggest that, every day you start your day with a 1-minute video of the vacation just to get you all juiced up. Then you can say, let's go, and it's amazing how, I have qualified for more vacations than I can count. Lucy has been on many with me as a child, but she's yet to qualify for one on her own. Now she's a big girl. And I'm sure this is going to happen this year for you, Lucy, because there's so many things in place. Now, the reason why I bring the vacation in now, this is a qualification that started with volume that you did from the 1st of January this year and will continue right through to the end of the year. So you've got plenty of time. And this slide, we can see, it shows that it really doesn't matter, because look at this example that they've given. Say you did nothing in January and you did 1,000 volume points in February and you're doing 2,000 in March, and you're following this system that I'm talking about. You can build and build and build, and you can easily, if you're just following the steps that we talked about, you can easily reach your total by December. So, that's why I'm talking about the vacation, which happens in 24 now, because you have to have it in your mind what you're going to achieve. If you don't dream it, you're not going to achieve it, right? So we're going to look at how you can just take the step by steps. You can do the 1,000 for your tablet box and your 1,500 3 months in a row for your NutriBullet, and you can go to your 500 clubs, and you can go to your opens and you build your team and you tell them to do the same as you've just done with your 500s and your 1,000, and all of those points will all accumulate and get you on holiday. Now, the only people who don't make it on holiday are the people who stop trying. If you keep your momentum going, it is remarkable what you can achieve. And I can honestly say that the magic starts to happen at about halfway through the year when you started the momentum. It's a 90-day thing. When you start going from January to March and then March to June, by the time July comes along, your 2 90-day plans back to back really kick in. And that's all I can say. The products don't work when you don't use them, and the qualifications can't be used if you don't work, if you don't work them. So that kind of made that up just now myself. And it makes sense. You've got to just keep on doing the do every day and do the work, and you will find that you will grow. Here's our next slide, which will actually show you what can happen. If you get the momentum up and you've got 2,500 volume points, it's a very blurry slide, in 4 consecutive months, that's one way of qualifying. Or you do 5,000 in 2 consecutive months, or 10,000 in 1 month, or you build a team of supervisors who create 500 royalty points for you. And with our new balancing factor, I'm not going to get too complicated into it, but normally it would take supervisors to do 10,000 volume points in your entire team. But because of the balancing factor, instead of 10,000 volume points, it's only going to be 9,100 that your team have to do. So that's another plus that Herbalife have given us. Next slide, please. And another bonus. Yes. Forgot to say this. So whatever the points are that you need to get to achieve your vacation promotion or your vacation qualification, if you have, or put it like this, you will get, just read the slide, you'll get 3,000 extra bonus points added to your own points for every brand new supervisor that you bring in who achieves 2,500 volume points over 3 consecutive months during the qualification period. So you can see if you've got somebody who's new, they get to supervisor and maybe they don't really want to go on the vacation, or they're a little bit too late in the day for the qualification, but they've got to supervisor, which is all points for you, and they do 2,500 volume points in 3 consecutive months, which are all points for them. That's 3,000 bonus points for you. So you can add that to your total. That's great. Oops. Okay, and now What else has Herbalife got to offer us? The brand new product. Now, we actually have moved into a whole new field here. This is part of our whole way of developing Herbalife into a company. Once upon a time, it was a weight loss company. Then it became a sports nutrition brand. Then it became a nutrition product for everybody. Now it's all about looking at the needs of people today around the world. So you can just talk to anybody about this. And I sent out some messages this morning, and I've already got a couple of people who've come back to me and saying, I need this product. Okay, so it's very, very exciting. This is for everybody. Take a look at what it can do. So is the video running with it, or not? Does it have any sound? Okay. No worries. I will add that into the group chat later on. Well, I've added it already, I think. So, active mind complex. Basically, if you've got a brain and you like your brain to work actively, this is great for people who love to multitask. This is also great for people. Have you ever walked into a room and thought, oh, what did I come in here for? Or where did I leave my car keys? Or where's my mobile phone? Or what am I supposed to be doing right now? I'm late to pick up the kids from school. I mean, there's all these things that we're always multitasking and trying to do, and we sort of like, forget things. Well, this has been so clever. This product, we had a whole training from the doctor, but if you haven't got time for that, I highly suggest that you go to the website, which I will put on a link on later on. But this product improves focus, reaction time, and working memory. It's scientifically proven to promote cognitive and mental performance. It's good if you're doing exams or studying or working. Improves your concentration, whatever you're doing. Contains all of these vitamins which contribute to a normal psychological function and nervous system. And we've talked a lot about mental health issues that people are going through post-COVID and lockdown. It's also vegan, it's also gluten-free, which is the vegan reason is why it's in another green capsule. Some of you may know that we already have Restore in a green capsule, Phyto Complete in a green capsule, and now this is another green capsule, and they are looking for another color that is considered vegan. So you're going to have to keep your tablet box, your brand new tablet box that you get for your 1,000 volume points, and label it up so that you've got your 3 lots of green tablets and you know which ones are which. Okay, next slide, please. I need it. Maximize your brain power. Who can benefit from taking this? Well, you can see all sorts of people can take it. So I'm not going to go into that. Is there another slide? Again, there's more that you can read. Unfortunately, this was a screenshot that I took yesterday on the call and my Wi-Fi was down, so it was a little bit grainy, but I think you can get the gist of this if you're on a laptop. So the difference between active mind complex versus caffeine benefits. So caffeine may be able to affect reaction time and the speed of response with less impact on problem solving and reasoning and memory, whilst active mind complex improves both reaction performance and cognitive function, specifically attention and concentration in younger adults, as well as supports working memory in older adults. So that, just reading that, you start to realize that it's pretty amazing. Mental performance. Active mind complex supports normal mental performance in the long term, as well as supporting short-term mental enhancement, while caffeine only supports short-term mental enhancements. Next slide, please. And here's the hub. If you can take a screenshot of that, or later on, again, I can put this in in the chat. This is an entire website that is devoted to teaching you all about how the brain works and the things that the brain needs to function at its best. There it is. Lucy's just opened up the the website, and you can see it just tells you all sorts of things about your brain. And there's many tabs across the top. And one of the tabs is actually specifically the Active Mind Complex product. And yeah, spend a little bit of time reading that tonight, and order your Active Mind Complex tonight as well, along with your other products. So I think I've covered everything that was on yesterday's call. I wonder if there's any questions, or if we have any time for questions. Thank you so much, Lucy. I managed to race through that in half an hour. Did it? And yeah, any questions from anyone? Do you want to open it up for anyone who wants to ask me anything or say anything? Okay, well, if you haven't got any questions, I'm going to ask you some questions. So first of all, who's all in? Hands up. Yeah. So you know what to do. All the steps are there. I'm trying to read this now. Lizzie, what's she saying? Looking at the wellness.
So Lizzie said, we'll be looking at the Wellness Hub, the website. Very interested by that. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Danielle saying, thank you. That was great, Queen. No questions, but yes, all in. I've been researching about mind and brain health.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too as well. This particularly this thing about the nervous system, doing a lot of research into the nervous system. And it's basically, we have a sympathetic and a parasympathetic nervous system. And one of them is not great to have going on all the time. So it's basically the part of your body, or the system in your body, that kicks in when you feel fear or stress. And with other animals, their nervous system can kick in when a zebra needs to run away from a lion or something, and then it can switch off again. So when it switches on, the muscles get loads of blood rushing to them, adrenaline rushing to them, that the mind kind of slows down so that they can just concentrate all their energy on running away from the lion. So that's useful. But with humans, because our brains have advanced more, our nervous system can switch on, but then doesn't switch off sometimes when the danger has passed. And we can be living hours or weeks or months or years in this state of fight or flight, where we kind of permanently are a little bit on edge or feel like something bad's going to happen. And obviously that's really not nice for our mental health. It can be really damaging. And for people who are into manifestation and stuff, you can't manifest, happy, amazing, flowy things if you're in a really sort of contracted, dysregulated state. So I'm very excited in trying it and seeing, because there are other ways to regulate your nervous system, but imagine if there was a little green pill that you could take as well. That would be really great.
Yeah, apparently it's very good for sleep as well. I didn't cover that actually, but I don't know about you, but I sometimes, if there's a lot happening, when I go to bed at night, however tired I am, I have to kind of like reprocess it all. And they say that sleeping is the best time for your brain to sort of deal with all of that. But often it just keeps me awake, and it's all about having the fixing up your neural pathways so that you don't kind of like keep repeating over and over the same pathway, the same thought, the same worry or concern or thought, oh, I must remember to do this, and you keep thinking it. Whereas if your brain is like feeling really comfortable and relaxed, it will just go to sleep and allow your brain to just get on with all the stuff the brain knows how to do best.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, so I'm going to order a few bottles of it and test drive it and then talk about it.
Absolutely. So very exciting. Anyway, so as I said at the beginning of the call, well done for all of you who tuned in. But remember, this is not doing Herbalife. Building Herbalife is more important if you want to make your business have an impact on your life and the lives of others. coming and listening in on a call once a week. We love you, but we're here to help you to build your business and grow. And let's make it a determination in our group that we are going to manifest all the abundance, all the good fortune, and all the wonderful things that Herbalife have in store for us. And let's all go on vacation together, for goodness sakes. If I can do it, all of you girls can do it too. So love you all. And I'll say goodbye now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amazing call. Thank you. Bye.